I'm just going to show you a quick tutorial on the Explain Everything app. You can get it for free from the Apple App Store, or you can get it from the Google Play Store on Android devices. It works both on phones and on tablets. So if you're on an iPad, you just go to the App Store here, and then once it's downloaded, it'll show up on your home screen. So I'll just click on the app here. And when you download it for the first time, it will ask you to log in. So you'll have to either create an account so you can use it through your Gmail, or you can use it through any other email that you have. The downfall of it is that there's only a 30-day free trial, but I'm pretty sure if you're using it in the school system, they might have a free license through your school board. So if we want to get started here, we'll just hit the plus button here. We'll create a new project. And when we create a new project, we have the option of either going landscape or portrait, or we can also, use one of these custom templates, or you can use graph paper. You can also use the dots or chalkboard. But we're just gonna use the blank project for now, and we'll just click on that. And once it loads up here, the first thing I usually told my students while I was on practicum was we gotta save the file, put our name on it. So we'll just put we'll put algebra. Back here, okay, and then when you first look at you got the toolbar here on the left. You got the hand, you got the plus symbol where you can add stuff to it. You have you've got markers, you have an eraser. One of the tools I find the most useful is this backspace arrow here, which is kind of like an undo button. But the first step that we're going to do is we're going to hit the plus button, and we're going to take a picture. And I have a math test that I created for my grade 8 in algebra, and we'll just take a photo of that. It's good because what happens is it'll go right into your file here. So what we'll do is this photo is fine. We don't need to do another retake, but we'll just click use photo here. And then it brings you to the screen here, which is kind of cool because you can crop it or, edit it to whatever size or dimension that you want. So we can actually flip it this way, and then we're gonna crop it. We'll just bring the tool. And for this question, we're just gonna do 1. So we'll take out question number 4, and we'll just keep number 5 here. And make sure we got the right dimensions, and if it's a little over, that's fine. And then we'll click apply. And then once we hit apply, we'll hit done. And then it just kind of imports it right into your file here. And then we have the hand tool here, which kind of zooms in and zooms out, which is very useful. But before we go any further, we have the record button here on the bottom. So I'm just going to record as we're going through the problem. So now that that's going, it'll hit record. And so the question asks, using the following sequence, determine the expression. So first step when I was talking to grade 8s is we're going to create a T-chart, and which is actually kind of cool is we have rulers that are available here. So we'll use the ruler here, draw our T-chart. Okay, and then, when I was on practicum, all the kids were saying, like, well, how do we get rid of the ruler? Well, get rid of the ruler, you just deselect the ruler in the menu bar here. Okay, so then once we want to solve this, on our T-chart, we're going to label this as our term number, Tn, and we'll label this as our term value. And our term number is how many terms that we have in our expression. So we have 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our term value corresponds to the term number. So our first term number is 6, our second is 10, our third is 14, our fourth is 18, and our last one, our fifth one, is 22. Okay, so now we can look at this and we can determine by using this going up by 4 each time. And when we are going up by 4, we can label this as 4n. We don't know what we have to multiply it by because it's our term number. Whatever we need to multiply it by is our n value. So if we multiplied our n value of 1, we would get 4. But that doesn't equal our term value number. Our term value is 6. So we did 4 times 1, it's 4, but we need to add 2. So just to show you what we did was we took our 1 here, we plugged it in here into our n value, which got us 4, and then we had to add 2 to get to our 6 right here. So in order to double check it, we can plug it into our next one. We could do 5. So let's plug our 5 into our n value. So 4 times 5 is 20. When we add 2, it equals 22. So that's basically, we've got our expression there. So that's the first step. That was A. I'm just going to zoom this out a bit. Now it's asking us for what our 78th term is right here. So what we'll do is I'll just label this as B. We're going to take our expression that we found right here, and we're going to bring it down here. We're going to use it to find our 78th term. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just plug in 75 into our expression. Oh, sorry, it wasn't 75. I'll hit the undo button. 78. We're going to add 2. So 4 times 78 is 312. Got to use BEDMAS. We can't forget about our equal signs either. 312 plus 2 is 314. So that's our answer, and when we have our answer, we just kind of circle it like that. So it's kind of a cool program. It kind of shows you of what you were solving and how the different steps you got. And then if we wanted to pause it, we can hit pause here. And we can actually go back through everything that we just did by hitting the back arrow here. And we can just listen to everything that I explained. We can fast forward through. 4 times speed, 8 times speed. And we can see here that I was putting in my term number and my term values. So yeah, it's really cool. And then once you're done, you can actually share it with your teacher. You can send it by email. There's actually this new function here though that they have is the drive, so you could upload it to the drive. What we did in our class is we actually had it sent by email, so I thought that kind of worked the best. Some of the other features that we have here, we have the equation, which is actually really cool. You can, for maybe more of the higher grades like an intermediate senior, you can use sine, cos, and tan functions, or you can use log and ln, and there's kind of a calculator here, which is really nice and easy. But yeah, it's good there. And then you can also you know, import a photo. Like if I just want to import this photo of Chris here, there he is. Yeah, I'll just hit done. And there he is. I can zoom him in, I can move him around. You know, I can add some squares on here if I wanted to, or a tree, or triangle, I guess. Yeah, it's actually a pretty great program. That's about it for Explain Everything. Thanks for watching my tutorial.